Okay, so first of all, let me talk about the agenda or the contents of today's section. First of all, we will be looking at what is TBLT, just an overview only. And after that, we are going to do some demonstration or task stages. And we are going to look at the TBLT key principles and stages and what are the TBLT lesson plan components, just a brief only. And we are also discussing about assessment strategy. Finally, we'll be ending our sections with Q&A and resources. I'll be sharing some resources. These are the objectives of today's workshop. The first one is to be able to understand the principle or TBLT, okay? And I want you to experience the TBLT task firsthand, and we'll be discussing challenges and solutions for implementing TBLT especially in EFL classroom. And later we are going to learn to create TBLT lesson plans and assessments. Okay, before I move this one. I will share the links to you. I hope you can join it. Okay, could you kindly join this link? This is a Mentimeter link. We are going to do some activity using Mentimeter. Can you join it? Sorry, no, my internet connection is really unstable. And I can send it to you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of your responses here. Thank you. I see. Some of you have already used TBLT in your classroom. Thank you so much. I would like to hear all of your suggestions and comments later. Okay, thank you. Okay, eight of you have already used and 15 haven't used. Okay, so but anyway, shall we discuss this one here? Okay, so how do you understand what is TBLT? What is TBLT? How do you understand? Okay, which mainly focus on what is TBLT actually. So teacher, TBLT stand for task-based language teaching. It's okay like this, okay? What is TBLT? How do you understand TBLT? You don't need to write a lot. You don't need to write a long definition, just only a few points. Yes, of course. TBLT stands for task-based language teaching. Yeah, okay. Yes, of course. Thank you for all the responses, teachers. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for all your responses here. Okay, base tasks for teaching. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all the responses, teachers. Using tasks for language learning. Okay, yes, task-based actually like this. Okay, okay. Learning targeted language through task. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all the responses here. Yeah, of course, it should be fun, engaging, and meaningful task. Yeah, we have to give the task first and we get some knowledge that we were using the task. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all the responses. Okay, now we will move into another one. So before I move this one here, let me share. Even I will share another one. So thank you so much for all the responses here. Actually, well, now let me give you a little bit about what is TBLT. TBLT, okay, the definition of TBLT is that, okay, it focuses on using language tasks as the central unit of planning and instruction, actually. It is just another way, or some of you have already mentioned its key definition in there, Mentimeter. I can see some of your keywords in word cloud. So what are the key principles? I think some of you have already mentioned. What are the key principles? You can unmute yourself and you can discuss, or
Tax.
you can type. Yes, tasks. Okay, thank you. Thank you, teachers. And what else? Just only task. Okay, thank you. Task. Okay. And what else? Language. Okay, thank you. Thank you, teachers. Just only language. So like we have mentioned before, okay? It focuses on task. So that's why, in order to carry out a task, what should we do? We have to keep silent, or we have to carry out, right? Okay. We have to communicate with other people. So let me tell you a little bit. So actually it focuses on communication and meaning, because we need to carry out a task. Here, when we talk about task, we are using authentic, okay? Authentic means real world task, okay? It is really useful and can be applied in outside, okay? Is a learner-centered approach, okay? So when we talk about learner-centered approach, so first of all, Marwa, before we move to that one, before we move to comparison of our task-based language teaching and other things, we will have a look at how do you understand a task? What is a task? Hello, teachers, what is a task? It's okay. You can mention your understanding. Teacher, a task is a task. It is like an authentic task. So what kind of task is it? Can you give an example? How can we ask our student to do task? What kind of task? What kind of authentic task? Okay.
Talking,
Yes, thank you.
having conversation.
Having conversation. Thank you. Thank you for answer, teacher. Okay, thank you for all of the other teachers' answer. Okay, yes, discussion. Okay, collaborating. Thank you. Thank you for your answer. Discussion, what to do. Okay, student background knowledge. Okay, student have to solve on their own way. Yes, thank you. Okay, activities. Okay, thank you for your answer. Okay, meaningful activity or exercise designed to engage learners. Yes, of course, it need to be engaging. Yeah, it need to be meaningful also, and they have to carry out on their own. And they have to use sign language function tools, okay? So first of all, shall we have a look at here? So actually, a task is an activity that requires learner to use language, which focuses on meaning in order to attain or achieve an objective. Okay, for example, we can ask our students, okay, to go shopping, okay, in a foreign country. So what kind of things they need like this or not? This is the definition by Elliott, 2003. Okay, so shall we think of, okay, comparison with other approaches? So what about TBLT versus traditional approaches? When we talk about traditional approaches, it's mean GMT, grammar translation method, or audio lingual method, or like this, okay? What are the differences between TBLT and traditional approaches?
Traditional approaches are mostly about teacher center.
Thank you, teachers. Yes,
TBLT is a student center, I think.
thank you. Thank you for your answer, teachers. Okay. Yes,
Sure,
elaborate.
I want to add one more thing. On top of that, traditional approaches focuses on language accuracy,
Yes, of course.
and
Okay.
I think in TBLT we don't need to like focus that much on accuracy because it focuses on like comprehensibility between the learners.
Yes, of course, teacher. Okay, long time no see, teacher Suzanne. Okay.
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, teacher. Okay, what about the others teachers? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your responses, teacher. So here, mostly traditional approaches focus on, like all of you have mentioned, okay, focus on grammar and font. Okay, they focus on accuracy, mainly focus on accuracy. Okay, so TBLT focus on communication. So we need to achieve some kind of task like this, okay? We need to carry out, okay? As long as it is, okay, comprehensible, it's okay. But it should be meaningful too, And it is like some of you have already mentioned, traditional approaches focus on teacher center, and TBLT focus on learner center too. So what about TBLT and PPP? How are they different? What about TBLT and PPP? PPP stand for presentation, practice, and production. Okay.
Teacher, I think TBLT and PPP is like, a little bit different. Inductive and detective, I would say. PPP
Yeah.
is like teacher is like directly teaching. PPP is teachers
Yes.
directly teaching and they get the language. But TBLT is like they need to find the language and find out what they need. The teacher have to monitor. So the process is just like upside down,
Yes, of
So it's
course.
like reverse process. What's it? Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks
Yes,
for
teacher.
sharing your idea, teachers. Okay, what else? What else?
And then, teacher, in terms of teachers' talking time, we can reduce teachers' talking time in TBLT because for PPP, we might need more teachers' time.
Yes,
And
of course, teachers. Go ahead, teacher.
yes, teacher, that's all I think of, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for all of your answer. And I also let me have a look at some of your answer in chat box. Yes, just monitor the students and get feedback. Okay, one require. Okay, TBLT is suitable for higher level student. You think so? Okay, thank you for your opinion, teacher. Tasks in the context of language. Okay, meaningful activity, desire to engage learners. Okay, thank you. Okay, sharing their knowledge to their peers. Okay, thank you for your answer. Yes, activities. Okay, thank you. Like some of the teachers has already mentioned, no? But actually, our PPP is a structure progression form, control to free practice. Like you have mentioned, okay? So first of all, you have to explain. Since presentation stage, as a teacher, we need to give the font, meaning, and usage. And after that, we have to give them some practice sections, okay? It can be a control practice, semi-control practice, like this. And after that, we have to move to production states. At the time, okay, we have to integrate with other skills. For example, we are teaching some grammar points. We need to integrate with some speaking exercise or maybe writing exercise like this. No? So here, when we are using PPP approach, teachers need to prepare and teachers need to talk a lot. Okay, so this is fun, this is meaning, this is usage. Okay, blah blah blah, like those things we have to teach at first, and after that we have to ask our student to do it. So for TBLT, it is related with authentic task. They have to encounter such kind of tasks in their real world outsides, and at the time we focus on language use. We don't teach them at first, okay? We will give them a task and they have to do it by themselves and later they will find it out like this or not. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for all of your answer. So I won't talk a lot. So shall we have a look at, okay, we are going to do some demonstration here. We are going to plan and ID vacations. So here we move to another one this time. Okay, so before we are going to carry out the task, first of all, I want you to brainstorm your idea. What is your favorite vacation destination and why? You don't need to write a lot. You can type. Oh, if you don't want to type, okay, you can unmute yourself and show me your answer. For the lake cameras, I will copy the link here. What is your favorite vacation, okay, destination and why? Okay, you can type your answer in the chat box. Okay, what is your favorite vacation destination and why? For me, my favorite vacation destination would be beach, maybe Tanga Beach, because I like seafood. What about you, teachers? Okay, you can, okay, spend most of the time at the beach or spend at home. Okay, thank you for your answer, teacher. What about the other teachers? You can type your answer in the Zone chat box also. Old towns. Okay, thank you for your answer, teachers. What about the other teachers? Hilly regions. Okay, landscapes. Okay, thank you for your answer, teachers. Okay, mountains. Okay, you like hiking. Okay, a lot of teachers like mountains, right? Hilly regions. Okay, pagoda. Thank you. Pagoda, yeah. Okay, when you feel stressful. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answer, teacher. Beach, yeah. Yes, teacher. We will join. We will go there. Okay. So go hiking, yeah. Lots of teachers like mountains, though. I see. For me, I'm tired of climbing mountains, okay? And go hiking. Mountains. A lot of teachers like mountains, okay? Thank you. Thank you for all of your answer, teachers. So now shall we move into another one? Okay. So I think some of the teachers have already mentioned what activities do you enjoy on vacation? For example, if you are on a vacation, what activities do you enjoy? For me, so I'm a vacation on a beach. Okay, I'm enjoying sunbathing, or I be enjoying. Okay, I am enjoying. Okay, drinking coconut juice. Or I will play. Okay, I will go swimming and in the sea like this. Okay, yeah, sightseeing. Okay. Yeah, Japan. Kyoto. Okay, yes. Oh, yes, teacher. And temples. I see. Thank you. Okay, explore new places. I see. Having look at delicacies. Thank you for your answer. All of your answer, teachers. Okay. Yeah, watching sunset like this. Okay, thank you. Having local foods, right? Watching sunsets. Visit a bookstore. Okay, thank you. Okay. So thank you for all of your answer, teacher. Let me move to another one this time. So we are given a task, right? Okay, we have to plan an ID vacation. So which vocabulary do you need? Do you need to use in order to plan an ID vacation? Which vocabulary? Maybe when we are going to plan a vacation, we may need accommodation or transport or what else, teachers?
Maybe functional language for suggesting
Yeah, okay, thank you. You
and also
mentioned about
persuading.
okay, thank you. So maybe vocabulary related with, traveling or accommodation or transport like this, right? Okay. Yeah, send key vocabularies. Okay, thank you. Yeah, action verbs like, go, place's name. Okay, thank you. Okay, place's name. And what else? Okay, let me have a look at, Yeah, descriptive adjective, sunscreen, hotel, package tours. Okay, take random photos, jet shopping, saying prayer, meditate, have a conversation with stranger. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all of your answer. So now we'll be moving to another one this time. So here, this is language functions, okay? What kind of language functions do you need to use? I mean only language functions. And later we'll be discussing about language expressions. They are quite a little bit different, okay? Which is the umbrella term, okay, like this. So like some of the teachers have already mentioned, right? Negotiations, and then what else? Okay, short to do list forms, okay. Okay, suggestion, okay, thank you. Okay. Asking for recommendation, asking directions, checking suggestions. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all of your answer, teachers. So now we'll be moving to another one here. So which language expressions do you need to use? Can you give an example? For example, I would like to, what else? Okay. Okay, so let me show you a little bit here. Book in advance or accommodation like this, right? Okay. So these are some vocabularies we might need: destinations, or accommodation, sightseeing, cruising, reservation, passport, or visa like this, right? And after that, when we talk about language functions, these are the language functions we might need: expressing preferences, asking for information, okay, and making reservation, or negotiating and bargaining, or giving and following directions, or discussing plans, and expressing opinions and dealing with problems like this, okay? What about making suggestions and recommendations, like some of you have already mentioned, and confirming and clarifying, and discussing budget like this, okay? These are the functions, okay? When we talk about language expressions here, like you have mentioned, the same functions, here are expressing preferences. If we want to carry out that functions, what kind of language expressions do we have to use here? We have to use such kind of expressions like, I would like to. For example, I would like to visit a tropical, okay, destination. My ID vacation is like this, okay? If you would like to carry out expressing preferences function, you can use these language expressions. Here are the some example here. Asking for information, could you tell me, blah, 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 like this, okay? So make a reservation, you can use language expression, I would like to book. And if you want to negotiate, okay, is there any possibility of a discount, like this, okay? And for giving and following directions, you can use like this. How do we get to, and then discussing plans, okay? And another one maybe here. So in order to express opinions or reaction, you can use I think, okay? Dealing with problems and complaint, you can use there seem to be an issue with, okay? So if you want to make suggestions and recommendation, you can use these language expression. How about I recommend, okay? In order to carry out this function, confirming and clarifying information, you can use just to confirm like this, okay? Okay, so if you want to discuss budgets and costs, you can use these language instruction. What is our budget for? Okay, how much does it cost you? Like this, okay? Okay, so this time, Maro, I want you to walk in pair. Later, I will set you into a breakout room, okay? You have to plan an ID vacation. You have to decide on destination, activities, accommodation, and budget, okay? So wait for a while now, because I don't have any assistant, so that's why I need to do it on my own. Okay, because most of the teachers are quite busy. Okay, so in one room, there will be 3 teachers. But for the others room, there will be only 2 teachers. So now I will start the breakout room, okay? I want you to work together, okay? And try to use the vocabulary, and then try to use the language expressions, okay? And functions when you are planning an ID vacation with your partner in the breakout room, okay? I'll be giving you only 6 minutes because all of you are teachers like this, right? So that's why it is 32 plus 8, another 6 minutes will be Okay, 38 parts. Okay, 8, and I will close the breakout room. Okay. When you come back to the main session, I will ask some of you to present your ID plan. Okay. So now I will start. Hope you have a nice conversation with speaking partners in the breakout room. Welcome back, teachers. Sorry, not if I finish the breakout room early. Have you finished or are you still in halfway?
Yes, we are done, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answer, teachers. Because we have a lot of things to discuss more. That's why, okay, I close the breakout room. So we wait for the others a little bit. Okay, welcome back, teachers. So for the sake of time, there are altogether 11 breakout rooms, but I will ask each pair, okay, to present your identifications. I want 2 volunteers from different rounds, okay? Any volunteer, teachers? Any volunteers, teachers?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Teacher, we are from room 1,
yes, teacher.
and we decided to go to a beach. As an activities, we will do some walking, swimming, and also we will play with sand and riding a horse. We will also eating some foods. Um, After that, for the accommodation, we will stay at 5-star hotel.
Okay.
It will gonna be cost a lot, so the whole trip will cost over 10 lakhs.
Okay. But just
That's
for,
all.
yeah, thank you for your presentation, teachers. Okay, just for fun, right? Okay, just for relaxing, okay, regaining our energy, okay? It should be, right? We deserve, right, teachers? Okay, thank you.
Over 10 lakhs, it's not gonna be relaxed.
No, we deserve, right? Okay, we have been working too hard throughout the year, so we are deserved, right? Like this. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your presentation, teacher. And then I want another volunteer, teachers. Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
So me and teacher Hazel in the breakout room, we talk about like our destination is Ann. We're gonna be going to Ann to see the mountains, and then the activity is like we can do hiking, and there are some areas with like waterfalls, so we can do those. We can also do swimming, sightseeing, and we're gonna be trying some local food. For accommodation, it's like we want to save the budget, so we're gonna stay at a relative house or local people house, and might be like monastery if possible. And our budget is around 5 to 8 lakhs.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your presentation, teachers. Okay, so for the sake of time, I won't ask other teachers too. Okay, please forgive me. And then we'll be moving to another one. Okay, so you have already presented. Okay, so here, Ma, we are going to think what was challenging about planning and vacation and ID vacation. So what new vocabulary did you use? Because maybe before we are carrying out the task, we will discuss, right? Okay, which vocabulary might be need, okay, which vocabulary we can use, okay? And how did you decide on the destination and activities? So you can type your answer in the chat box too. What was challenging about planning a vacation? Like budget or maybe difficult to negotiate for me, okay, me and with our friends, it was really difficult to negotiate, okay. First of all, we are choosing a place, okay. I just want to go to Bagan, and then some of my friends, colleagues, they want to go to the beach, and then some of them want to go to pagodas, okay. We have to negotiate a lot, okay. It takes time. So what was challenging about planning a vacation? Could you kindly type your answer? And how did you decide on the destinations and activities? Yes, okay, where shall we go? Yes, of course, thank you for your answer, suggestions. Okay, booking events, accommodation, negotiating a place for vacation. Yes, thank you for your answer, teacher. We need to negotiate, right? Which place we are going to go? Maybe based on our preferences, or we will do some voting, or we'll make a poll, decision for goals, right? Okay, and then based on the budget, okay. Okay, decision for goals. Okay, thank you for your answer, teachers. Okay. So actually, yeah, this is the end of the demonstration. Later, we will go and have a look at the TBLT task stages, and we will go and have a look at, okay, which stage, okay, can we liberate, okay, because we have already carried out, okay, shall we have a look here? Let me talk about TBLT key principles and stages here. When we talk about TBLT, okay, they are altogether 3 stages, okay? They are pre-task, and then task cycle, and then post-task. So pre-task, we have to set the context. We have to build the schema. We have to activate, okay, student prior knowledge. And for task cycle, so we have to ask our student to perform the task. It will include preparatory stage, and then target task, and then post-task, they have to give a reflection. And then later, based on their performance or based on the student performance, teachers need to give feedback, okay? Based on these key principles and stages, we will go back to the demonstration that we have done. Sorry. What are your favorite vacation destination and why? What activity do you enjoy on vacations? So these questions will be categorized as or labeled as which task or which stages, pre-task or task cycle or post-task.
Pre-task.
Pre-task, right? Before we do anything, I ask you, what are your favorite vacation destination? I activate your prior knowledge like this, right? Okay. And what activity do you enjoy on a vacation? You mentioned blah, blah, blah. In this way, you try to activate, okay, your student knowledge. Okay, this is a pre-task. Okay, you have to plan an ID vacation. You have to work together with your partners, and you have to use language function and language expressions, and then you have to carry out this task. So what stages is it, okay, in TBLT?
Task.
Yes, actually it is task.
Mainly task.
Yes, okay, mainly task. Yes, thank you for your answer, okay? Okay, thank you for your answer, teachers. Task cycle, exploring the hidden gem. Okay, thank you. So this is task cycle. Okay, we will let then students, okay, carry out, okay, plan and identification. They are going to use, okay, language expressions and language function to accomplish this task. So this task is authentic one, right? Because we are going on a vacation, especially in December. We are going on December vacation. We are going somewhere else just for relaxing like this, right? It is authentic one. And it's also meaningful one. Okay, so these reflective questions. What was challenging about planning the vacation? Okay, first of all, we use sign language expressions and vocabulary. Okay, and after that, okay, based on these language expression and vocabulary, we work together with our partner in the breakout room. Okay, at the time we need to negotiate. Okay, we have to give recommendation like those things, right? Okay, and at the time, what was challenging? When you are planning the vacation, which language expression do we have to use? Do you have to use new vocabulary? Or how did you decide on the destination and activities? Because you are planning an ID vacation with a partner, not on your own, right? So that's why you need to do a lot of negotiation, okay? So this will be what stage in TBLT?
Post-test.
Yeah, yes, of course, okay? Post-task, like this, okay? Okay, so now we'll be moving to another one this time. Thank you so much for participating in the breakout room, no, teachers? Maybe I will skip this one. Let me talk more, okay? Although I know that TTT is not good, let me talk more a little bit, okay? Here are the points to consider. So this is, again, definition of a task, okay? It is a classroom work. Learners, okay, involve learners in comprehending or interacting in the target language, while their attention is focused on using some grammatical knowledge in order to express some meanings like this one. No? This will be the task criteria in the language classroom. Classroom tasks, they should be related to real-world communicative activity like planning and identifications. Learners have to do something. they have to use language, expression, and function to complete the activity. And there is clearly defined outcome because finally, after the task, okay, student will have to present their ID plan like this, right? Okay. Okay, yes, yes, teacher. So let me share you about starting point for tasks. When we are thinking about pre-task, here, when I ask you to plan an ID vacation, which starting point did I use? Among these here?
Teacher lab brainstorm.
Yeah, okay.
Questionnaire.
Yeah, questionnaires like this, right? Okay. And I activate your prior knowledge, right? Okay, your experience too, like this, right? Okay. And I also
Experience.
share, yeah, I also share my story, and also you also share your experience, right? So you would like to go to the beach, blah, 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 like those things. This is just will be the pre-task. Okay. Starting point for task. When you are preparing a task for your student, you can start with this one. You can start your pre-task with an experience or teacher story, learner research, questionnaires, and quiz like this. No? And after that, okay, let me show you a little bit about, okay, these are the task generator. This is your topic, and you can generate your tasks with these one in order to be more engaging, okay? For me, I don't have enough time, okay, since I got only 1 hour. So that's why I don't use a lot of task generator, okay, in my demonstration. So here, these are the task generator: ordering and sorting out, matching, comparing, sharing personal experience, projects and creative tasks, problem solvings, and listing. Okay, these are the task generator. So here, I want you to think, okay, brainstorm for a while. Let me move to this one a little bit, okay? I want you to recall your memory. We have done previously. How can you adapt it or upgrade it by adding some more task generator or follow the activities? Can you think of one suggestions? Because we carry out plan and ID vacations. What kind of task generator can we use in order to adapt it or feel free to share your idea, teachers. How can we add?
Listing.
Yeah, listing. Okay, in what
Listing,
stage?
yes.
Yeah, in what stage should I add more in order to be more engaging to the students? Okay, yes, listing. Thank you for your answer, teacher. What about other teacher suggestions?
A teacher has already let the student present their idea, right? So
Yeah.
after that, as a post-task activity, you can let the student, or we can let the student do the project, depending on their destination. For example, if you are going to the Paen, you can draw the mountain like pictures or some scrap from the magazine. So we can let the student do project, or maybe we can let the student compare their destination. But that would be a little bit difficult to do. Like,
No.
student, our idea, other idea.
I
So
see.
we can let the student too. Yes.
Thank you for your answer, teacher, and thank you for the teachers who have written down, okay, answer in their Son Shabbat too. Okay, thank you for your suggestion. Any other ideas too? Okay, you can think, okay, you can take your time, okay. So now shall we move to another one here? So this is I just want to share send TBLT lesson plan components like this, okay? This is just a brief idea only. So whenever, okay, we're going to plan a lesson plan, objectives, right? We need to write an objectives. What is the objectives? Okay, TBLT lesson plan. What are the materials needed? We have to think. And then what about stages? Okay, what we are going to do in pre-task, what we are going to do in task cycle, what we are going to do in post-task, okay? First of all, we need to think of what kind of task we are going to ask our student to do. It should be meaningful and authentic, okay, like this. And also, we have to think of the assessment method also. So when we talk about assessment methods, okay, how many types of assessment method are there? Just an umbrella 10?
Formative assessment and summative
Yes, so
assessment.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your answer, teachers. Like this, okay? Formative assessment and summative assessment, like this, right? Okay. So formative assessments, okay, it's mean observations or we are giving immediate feedback. Okay. So when we are going observing our student, we can use observation checklist. Okay. So summative assessments, okay, we can ask them to perform role play performance or vocabulary quiz so that we will know how much they have learned, like this. Okay. So formative is an ongoing. Okay, summative got final product like this. No, this is just a key component when you're going to think of TBLT lesson plan like this. Okay, and this is just an example of observation checklist. When you are observing your student performance, okay, we have to think of, did the student use key vocabulary correctly, or did the student engage in the role play activity, or did the student demonstrate good listening skills like this? Okay, these are the observation checklists. So it's time to reflect. So now I just want to ask you, teachers, have you tried any collaborative tasks in your classroom? And what strategy worked well for managing your students? Okay. So here, this time, I will try you to work with another partners in the breakout room. Okay. I will try to shuffle a little bit. So you can share your idea. If none of you haven't use such kind of collaborative tasks, okay, in the future, would you like to use it too, like this? No, you can share. Okay, so in order to do that, I will give you only 4 minutes, teacher. Okay, and after that, I will close the breakout room. Okay, when you come back, could you kindly share some of the ideas here? Okay, sorry, no, if I finish the breakout room early. Welcome back, teachers. What about teacher Jojo Ao and teacher Mimi So? Okay, so would you like to share some of your idea, teacher? Or would you like to type some of your ideas in the chat box, or would you like to share? What about both of you teachers? Have you tried any collaborative tasks in your classroom, teacher? Okay, welcome back, teachers. Yeah, any volunteer teachers who would like to share some of the interesting thing you find in your discussions with your partner in the breakout room? Any discussing or any, okay, interesting thing you find in your discussion? So what about teachers? Have you tried? Yeah, yes, teacher. Yes, teacher, please.
Yes, I do some collaborative tasks. I don't know how to call them, but I ask the student to ask questions of their friends and write a paragraph about their friends. Like to do a pair work, mostly about is happen after I teach some vocabulary and sentence structure part. After that, they do the test. That's mostly we do this structure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing, teacher. So how can you manage your students, teacher, at the time? Could you kindly share?
Um, it's like I put starting with I make sure they understand the instruction. I ask some of the students to talk about again what they need to do in the breakout room, and after that I'm go around to the breakout room, and if the look around they're okay, they're doing okay, is there any question they want like that? Yeah, after that I check their paragraph. That's all.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, teachers, like this. Okay. You monitor and you facilitate, right? You use ICQ and CCQs, okay, to check whether your students understands or not, like this, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, teacher. So here, there are some problems, okay, related with TBLT, okay? Why? Why most of the teachers do not use it, okay? What are the problems, do you think? What suggestion, what reason? Why
Yeah,
didn't,
I think
yes?
it's like an even group participation because
Okay.
most of the students who are extroverted and then who are good at like collaborative work, they tend to put more effort than the introverted students. At that
Okay.
time, like they can dominate the group
Yeah, of course.
participation.
Yes, of course, like this. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your idea, teachers. And what else? What else? You can type your answer in the chat box too.
I'm also worried that if we didn't teach vocabulary or sentence structure, they didn't teach fast. I'm afraid that they can't use it properly in the discussion or the group work. Like those kind of I'm scared and I'm afraid that I can't teach. They can use the right vocabulary and sentence structure. I'm afraid that this just a waste of time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your suggestions. Okay, thank you for your answer. Yeah, teacher expertise required. Okay, thank you. So here, let me show you some problems like this, okay? Maybe we used to use, okay, PPP. Right now, okay, we are moving from, actually TBLT is an alternated approach of, okay, CLT also, okay. Here, we don't use TBLT, okay. When we asked the teachers, okay, they said, okay, lack of time, okay, why? To design, right, okay. So to do tasks in class, it's time consuming, okay. And like you have mentioned, confusion about tasks, and then what count as tasks, what is TBLT, okay. And then they're afraid of losing control of class, okay? And then it is exam oriented. They don't have a lot of time like this, okay? And another problem, like some of the teachers has mentioned, okay, they're afraid whether are they really teaching them or maybe whether their student can follow or can apply then or not like this, okay? That's why most of the teacher didn't use TBLT. Okay. But can you think of some benefits of TBLT, teacher? Can you think of some benefits of TBLT? Let me overshoot a little bit, okay? Yes?
It is mostly like students on that approach, so student will be independent.
Okay, thank you for your answer, teachers. Okay. Relevant to real life, thank you. Thank you for your answer, teachers. Language awareness can improve. Thank you for your answer, teachers. So I won't overshoot, okay? A lot of your time. We will move to another one. What challenges might arise in your classroom? Let me share my experience a little bit, okay? At first, I tried TBLT in my classroom. At the time, I can't, okay? I can't control my class very well, and then I'm not quite good at time management. It is really time consuming. So when we have to teach all the lessons, okay, within the limited time, it takes a lot of time. Sometimes classes are so noisy like this. These kind of problems encountered in my classroom. I need to manage classroom control, how to handle them, okay? How can I do, okay, TBLT tasks, okay? How can I rearrange it? For some things, I can give them as homework. For some tasks, I can let them carry out in the class like this. Yeah, different students with different English language proficiency. Yes, more confidence and effective lesson for student. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answer, teachers. What about the other teachers, okay? What challenges? What challenges might arise in your classroom, teachers? Class control or time management or?
I think, teacher, like our learners might focus on completing the task rather than using actual like using the language, applying the
Yeah,
language.
that's one kind of issue too, teacher. Thank you for sharing. Yes, differentiation. Yes, thank you, teacher. They just only want to finish the task, right? So sometimes we ask them to use language, right? Like an icebreaker activity. So you have to rearrange, okay, according to their initial letter of your name. At the time, may I know your name? Okay, what is your name? No, they don't use such kind of language expression, right? They ask U, M, L, K, and then they line up according to that order, okay? In order to complete the task only. Okay, they forgot to use their language expression and function. That is one kind of issues, teacher. Thank you for sharing. Okay.
Teacher, I think since students get enough language input, so they might be unwilling or unmotivated to participate in the tasks.
I see.
Some students.
Some students, okay, since they are quite weak, okay, they don't know how to do it like this, right? Okay. Okay. Traditional method, TBLT and familiar. Yes, thank you, teacher, because of course it's one kind of problem too. Okay, so this time we are going to your own teaching context. How TBLT might fit, need adaptation in your teaching context. How will you do it, teachers? For me, I need to adapt my materials. For some of the tasks, I have to ask them, okay, to carry out in the tasks, maybe like, okay, post task, I have to assign them as a video lessons, or maybe like they have to post their video, okay, on group, messenger group or Facebook group like this, okay? And I have to ask them post tasks to do it another day like this, okay, due to the time limit. For send other materials or for other exercises, if I can skip, I skip like this. How about you, teacher? How might TBLT fit or need adaptation in your teaching context? Since you have to teach according to their course book or curriculums, okay, prescribed by your school, or since it is an exam oriented, you cannot carry out a lot of time consuming tasks. But at the time, how can you adapt it? Like instead of, okay, you are teaching them, okay, you can let them do the task, and you need to monitor and you need to facilitate. If they need help, you can facilitate them. You better let them, okay, find it out themselves. In this way, you can make some adaptation in your teaching context, I think. But because some of the teachers have mentioned they haven't used TBLT, but starting from now on, just think, okay, how can you adapt TBLT in your teaching context too? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answer. By blending it PPP. Yes, by blending it PPP. Yes, of course, teacher. Okay. No method is perfect, teacher. Elected method, we have to use elected. We have to combine in every state, okay? In order to make our activities more engaging, okay? Yeah, language functions. Okay, thank you for the responses, teacher. Okay, so
I think like for pre-stage we can give like scaffolding.
yeah, of course, scaffolding.
We can give them phrases. We can give them phrases and then useful language that they can use to complete the task, teacher.
Yes, of course, like this, okay? In this way, they may have, okay, send handouts in their hands even for the weak students, okay, they can refer back to those handouts and they can carry out the tasks like this, okay? At the time, like some of your teachers have mentioned, we need to monitor, right? Whether they are really using that kind of language function or not, like this, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas. So, any other questions, teachers? Any other questions related with implementing in your classroom?
So teacher, I have one question. Can we use
Yes.
TBLT in learners?
Yeah, we can, like you have mentioned. So we can do some scaffolding task. Okay, we will give them instruction step by step. Okay, step by step like this. Okay, maybe some of the young learners they can learn. Okay, even by the sight words, right? Okay, they can learn like this. Okay, so maybe sometimes we need to model a little bit. Okay, just an example, given an example task, and we will let them do. Okay. Since they are two very young learners, they can't, I think, okay? Thank you
Yes,
for
teacher.
questions, teachers. Okay, what about other teachers?
Yeah, I would like to ask one question.
Yes, teacher.
My students are around 6 years old, and
Yes.
they are so complicated. Like uh, it's okay for pair work, but like group work, they can participate where like discussing or sharing. Yeah,
See.
they want to answer fast. How can I solve this kind of problem?
Okay. So they are really competitive, right? And then
Yeah.
they just want to, since they are young, I think, okay, they just want to get the attention of the teachers too, right? So at the time, maybe
Yes.
you better let them, okay? Okay, this time, if you let your students answer it first, I will give you 1 star or I will give you something like this, okay? It's me, okay? We need to explain that why we should do like this, okay? It is mean that, okay, we are giving chance to other, okay? It is just like paying respect to your friend like this, okay? But not always answering fast, okay? Sometimes you need to give chance, okay, to your classmates. Okay, this time you give chance to your another classmate. Okay, in this way, okay, you are respecting to others like this, but no. But sometimes
Yeah,
some of the
thank you.
students, but no, you're welcome, teacher. Some of the students they are quite competitive and they are attention seeker, I think. Okay, they just want to get the attention of the teachers.
Yeah.
But at the time, I want
They are trying to answer all the time.
Yeah. Okay. The one thing is that, okay, we need to appreciate all of their efforts. Okay. So that students really want to say first, okay, your good job. Okay. You did it well. Okay. But this time you better give a chance to your classmates. Okay. Okay. What about this one? Good job. Like those things. But mostly, we need to appreciate their effort. No? So any other questions, teacher?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
My problem is the opposite of what you mentioned. Some students are really competitive, yes, but there are still some freeloaders in that kind of groups, and then they just do anything, and then they just take credits at the end of maybe the competition, and maybe when they won the prize. So there might be a conflict, and then I think the students who really work hard don't like those kind of students, and
Of
then
course.
they don't talk much after that kind of group work. So in times like that, how can I
Okay.
use them?
Yeah,
Yes.
one thing is that, okay, since today is an IT age, okay, you can use, for example, if you let them do, say, writing tasks or like this, okay, you can let them do, use Google Doc like this, okay. So here, I'll be using that one, no?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you can let them use Google Doc, okay, for some key takeaways, okay, they can use. Have you already tried Google Docs, teacher? Have you already tried?
Yes. Some just dominate the writing, and then some just don't write anything.
Oh, really? Like this? Okay. At the time, you better give them some rules, okay? If you don't, okay? If you don't cooperate like this, okay? Here I can see, okay, your name like this, right? Okay. If you don't cooperate like this, okay? I won't give you any mark for classroom participations or something else like this, okay? Like this, but no? Here, I just want to.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your questions now, teachers. Here, Malay, I want you to do one thing. It's just we be a Google Doc. I just prepare something like this, okay? Okay, could you kindly share the key takeaway you remember from today's sections here so that I can see who is typing, blah, 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 like this. Key takeaway, I can see. Just type anything like this, okay? Okay, one person join in this way. Even in your classroom, physical classroom too, you can do like this, no? So most of the students, they don't want to write on A4 paper. They create a Google Doc and they give me a link and I have to go and check, okay, who is really participating or who is really writing like this, okay? In this way, you can check it out, okay? And you better make it clear, okay? If you don't participate, okay, I won't give you any mark or I will subtract some mark, okay? If you don't participate like this, okay? Here, my son of the teachers drawing like this, okay? Why some of the teachers are typing? Some takes away. Let me show you the summary of our today's, okay, sections. Before the task, we need to prepare learner for the task. And during the task, we need to guide learner during the task. For post-task, we need to integrate learning. We have to review the outcomes and we have to give additional feedback. These are the teacher roles, okay? So before the task, we have to teach vocabulary, grammar, background knowledge. We have to give clear instructions, okay, model activity and state the outcome. So during the task, okay, first of all, it will be the control practice. We have to give an open practice after that, and we have to give feedback and we have to give correct errors, okay? And post-task, we have to review the outcomes and we have to give additional feedback. These are the key takeaways like this, okay? Okay, thank you for answer, teacher. TBLT lesson plan components. Sorry, but no, I overshoot too much, okay? So I just want to share you the additional resources here. I will type in the some checkups. This is a Google Drive link. You can go and you can download some materials. Most of the things I'm using here is based on this course book, based on this book. It is a doing task-based teaching. Okay, thank you, teachers. If you don't mind, could you kindly fill this feedback form also, teacher? Sorry, no, I overshoot too much. Okay, thank you so much for coming in. Okay, sorry, coming and joining their workshop sections today. So if you can spare time, okay, could you kindly fill the feedback form? I just sent it in there. So on chat box, okay. Okay, if you don't have any other questions, okay, let me end our sections. I would like to say thank you again. Thank you so much for coming and joining the sections, okay? I really appreciate all of your efforts and active participations. Hope to see all of you again in another webinar conducted by Edulingo. So let me end the sections.